Okay, so it's about that time. It is April 6th of 2022. This is day 6 out of 21 days of the fasting, exercising, and I'm just excited again. A little bit more on the tired side, but still excited just to be here, just to be able to pump for another day of exercising, of working out. Sometimes we be in the mood of not doing it at all, like, man, another day, another night. But I am a firm believer of habit, so once I let my body know, hey, I still want to exercise. You may not feel like to exercise today, but I feel like exercising, we're gonna do it. So on the 1.5 miles, I was just able to walk majority of the way. I walked, I jogged lightly. So I really didn't do the whole 13 minutes, 14 minutes, 15 minutes. I just took my time today. So let's just get started. It's going to be 20 everything. I'm going to keep an eye on the ab roller because, that whole knee situation, I'm going to keep an eye on it, and switch it to plank. If it doesn't work out, I'm going to switch to plank. But besides that, the rip right, I'm gonna aim for 8. Let's increase it to 8. So last workout was 7. The 7 reps, we're gonna increase it to 8 and work our way down. I know I'm gonna feel that burn because even when I did at the 7 reps, I felt the burn at rep 2, down when we count down to 2. So, and then I have to take like a 5-second pause, 10-second pause, and I have to do it again. So we're going to increase it so at least the muscle memory is still there, and just take it from there. All right, so let's get started. Let me set up the video. I didn't even get a chance to set up my YouTube video. Shahrazad Ali, if I pronounce that correctly. And still the same topic. For anybody first time watching, just look out. There might be some trigger topics, some things that you may not be familiar with, which is okay. But at the end of the day, it's a topic to discuss and not to run away from. So these relationships, it sounds redundant, but these relationships are kind of similar in most households, and I feel that it's either people just ignore it. I can't even say they don't want to talk about it, just plainly just ignore it. But I think just bringing awareness like this can be able to have a mature conversation. How can men, women relationships, household, family relationships can be able just to push through the difficult topics so everybody could be on the same page, communicate, all the good stuff. All right.
The black man is her catalyst. Without his spark of life and light, she does not bloom. Blooming is quite different from having a good-paying job or a high-class education. Each of the black women discussed during the next few pages can be taught to bloom. Risking the threat of being further charged with overgeneralization and group stereotyping, the following lists describe the 3 basic types of black women. They are dissimilar only in the depth of their problematic behavior. All are infected with the historic disease of cultural negligence. They believe themselves to be living the right life, the one that is the only lifestyle available to them in this country's setting, which most of them believe is the best place on earth. Far be it from their considerations to take steps to improve their psychological conditions because they ironically do not know they are out of sync with their natural role in the universe, even though across the board they are not happy. The lives they live make sense to them because they have not been taught of any other kind that will provide them with happiness. Historically, the black woman has had access to lifestyle choices not offered to the black man, and he is not tolerated in showing moodiness, fickleness, or pettiness. The aforementioned emotional personality traits are indigenous to the black female gender. To describe these separate groups of black women, the use of colloquial language may seem derogatory or insulting. It is not meant to be that way. The special language is ethnically specific and recognizable to the learned and unlearned black man. The terminology is not meant to be humorous either. There are no age limitations on the characteristics of these women. The three types are predictably: 1. The lower grade; 2. The average; 3. The high class. 1. The low-life black woman. This black woman may have been subjected to abject multi-generational poverty, illiteracy, and shame as a child. She works on the lowest rung of employment due to not being properly educated. She dresses in inexpensive Kmart-type styles, and her face is greasy from wearing too much cheap makeup. Her hair will also be greasy, perhaps have a few specks of lint, and may be plastered down around her face in an unsuccessful attempt to create curls or the baby hair look. She may sport a raggedy ponytail with a child's barrette or rubber band. Bathing is not that important. Her bra strap may be gray from non-washing, and she may wear her panties 2 or 3 days straight without changing them, or wear none at all. She drinks alcohol to the point of intoxication and curses loud in the public. Real loud. She hangs around weekly in common local corner bars and goes out with strange men who she fights with regularly. She may have a main black man who she fights with at will. She has battle scars on her face, neck, arms, and hands from warring with the men and women in her neighborhood or nightclubs. She goes along easily with immoral dares and relates aggressively to her neighbors. She does not read the newspaper and uses drugs when they are available. If she does not work, she is on the public dole, welfare. She may dress her child or children in the latest styles and will spend all of her welfare check on clothes and partying. She views each check day as heaven on earth, a short-lived time when she has purchasing power to feed her tepid wishes. She might have a gold tooth or a few missing teeth. Her nails are conceivably chipped or broken. Her posture is that of a toad. She may be overweight and an over-average breather with a protruding pot gut. She comfortably wears run-over shoes. Her heels may be dirty and crusty. She borrows money and food from her neighbors. She uses deodorant occasionally and is overly impressed with fancy-dressed black men in big flashy cars with lots of gold. She is materialistic on a small scale and does not like to stay indoors. Even on cold winter nights, she can be seen roaming the streets or going back and forth to an after-hour joint. She is not ashamed of her condition or predicament and appears to be quite satisfied during her sterile, non-productive days. Her time is made up of gossiping with her neighborhood cronies, looking at television, wish shopping in nearby malls, yelling at her children, not keeping up with her children, and walking back and forth to the corner store. She shops above her means, has no plans to change, and attempts to use the black men available to finagle him out of money, drinks, or car rides. She has no idea what to do with a black man herself, and she does not fantasize about a better life. She is looked upon as shameful in civilized society and is considered a savage. She often hates the black women in the higher social classes and considers them conceited. Her world of thought is very, very small. Her ideas are simplified, and she speaks the language in flat, abbreviated terms full of mispronunciations and wrong tenses. She does not know any better and does not think she is capable of learning better. She is in a pitiful state of condition, and if she has any dreams at all, they are of a black man rescuing her from her status. She is also inclined to respond to the advances of white men looking for a good time. She may sprinkle herself with cheap perfume profusely. If a black woman on this level is involved with drugs or abuses alcohol, she becomes a dreg of society and a corrupt mother. Men do not matter to her at all on that level unless they can provide her with money or contraband. This group requires no further discussion, other than that this black woman must be claimed, cleaned up, and returned to her proper state of existence as a civilized woman. 2. The average. This black woman is an enigma somewhat. She surfaces as a steady employee, enjoys weddings and birthdays, and may make big preparations for both. She is neat, probably goes to church regularly, fixes her hair nicely, and speaks coherently. She is at least a high school graduate and may have some college or special vocational training. She is not overly ambitious, but is an active participant in life and enjoys many things. She is fairly clean and will celebrate and participate in festivities with a zest. She is thoughtful, mannerable, and knows how to meet people. She is proud of her level of sophistication and may party occasionally. Her behavior with the black man is routine, in that she experiences a more controlled form of suspicion, doubt, and fear. She may be shy by comparison to the black woman in the first category, but does tend to make her likes and dislikes known. She is not always talkative and can best be found and examined in general office duty jobs. She is a step or two higher than menial labor and could be referred to as corny. She does not routinely abuse drugs, although she may get high every once in a while. Alcohol is her vice of choice. She is capable of consenting to marriage for the perceived security and to impress her friends and family. She remains content to work from 9 to 5 weekly and will see her steady beau on weekends or remain focused on her own priorities. She dances at the nicer bistros. She is easier to get along with than number one. Her most vicious reactions are brought on by jealousy or being jilted. Her fantasies of what a relationship should be like is patterned right off television or from True Confession magazines. She is as traditional in her activities as American apple pie. She does not ask deep questions and is content to go along with the status quo. Her faith is important to her, and she mentions the good Lord when discussing certain topics. She is attracted to lower class or upstanding black men who are gainfully employed in the workforce. She may visit the fast lane, but she is most comfortable shopping at Lerner's and cooking collard greens for dinner. She has a few secrets, but most of them are trite. She is not necessarily an innovator. She is more of a follower. She enjoys the jerry curl look and fancy cut, outlandish hairstyles. She spends of what she has on clothes. She might have a little car, is anxious to meet men, and exaggerates about her capabilities and accomplishments. She tries to be entertaining and clever when she is with her man. She is malleable. 3. The high class. This one is a smart, possibly raging beauty. Sexy, sexy, sexy. The black women in this category are the most difficult to reach and train. She is confident, intelligent, attractive, at least by good quality standards, and wears the finest clothes, has a high-priced, well-paying position, and prides herself on being state-of-the-art, aware, reads books, looks at educational television, and has a college degree of some sort. She goes to church sometimes, may do volunteer work, and has a definite political party she aligns with, and may contribute heavily to special social causes if they appeal to her. She is a member of a ritzy club and has some nice jewelry, wears expensive popular perfume, and is very opinionated to a fault. Her alma mater is important to her. She is amused by spectator sports, especially football, and may play tennis or bowl. She curses more in private than in public.
All right, so good evening, good night. Today is one of those days I did not feel like working out, but we did it. So it's done. It's stamped. It is over. Day 6 workout is over. on a personal note, you know, feels good to, it's crazy saying this, but before I didn't care, so it's good to say it, like just to go by a doctor visit, get your yearly checkup. I think the knowing feeling, knowing where my health is at, you know, and just to communicate with the doctor what's needed, it's a thumbs up. It's a good feeling. So just want to share that. It's off topic, but hey, the exercise for today, as you can see, I was able to go through the reps. I think because the rest was there, just more of a walk and a jog today. My mind is at peace, really. It's pretty chill right now. You know, you hear the information on the audio. Once again, if it doesn't pertain to your household, it doesn't pertain to something that you're not familiar with, you know, please just, you know, hold your perspectives on, just hold your perspective, because, you know, I think in this world we do have people that go through similar situations that sometimes they're having their opportunity to kind of express themselves. And most people use social media platforms to express themselves, and YouTube, websites, you know, the whole 9 yard. Okay, so when someone is introvert, that they kind of they don't speak a lot, they're not outspoken, but there's opportunity for them to speak their opinion, express yourself. I'm not trying to set any type of rules. I'm just trying to set some understanding boundaries that sometimes when it doesn't pertain to somebody, whoever it is, I'm not picking any culture or any race right now when I'm saying this. I just feel that sometimes the extrovert, the one that speaks out a little bit more, it's almost like, you know, give the room for others to speak. If you have not experienced what's been shared on this audio book, okay? But I can't really judge. I can't really confirm if you experience something or not. I just could tell that a lot of people use other reasonings. You know, what about this group of people? They don't, you know, it's always getting off topic on what needs to be discussed now, which is a difficult topic. And this is not bashing women. This is not bashing men. This is not an opportunity to laugh at someone's way of living. It's an opportunity to bring awareness, so then we could look at ourselves in the mirror and say, hey, what level of frequency my life applies to this? You know, have you been in relationships that's been very verbal abusive, physical abuse? I'm not saying those things to trigger you, please. I'm not saying those things to trigger you. You know, just more as far as men, and to be a strong man in this world, what are some of the things we need to know to have a better outcome in today's society? As men, are we doing a lot of damage? And if we are, how can we admit the damage? How can we be accountable and responsible for the damage, so that tomorrow is a peaceful day? Today is also a peaceful day. We're living in the now, tomorrow's not here. Just the chances of you knowing that tomorrow can be peaceful with the information, the knowledge of information of how to handle a situation much better if you did not know. So with that being said, thank you for watching day 6 out of 21 days. And looking forward to day 7. It seems like the average reps been 20 across the board, so no need to change it right now. I am feeling tight in the shoulder area, chest area, abdominal area, low back area, you know, which is a good feeling. So you guys take care, okay? Until next time.